Hello, this is Gary Bloom at Upton Park in East London. Welcome to our coverage of this international friendly between England and Australia, the first senior international match to be played at this football stadium. It's also the first time a senior international game between these countries has been played on English soil. The big story from the England camp surrounds a young Everton striker, Wayne Rooney, who's poised to become the youngest ever England international at the age of 17 years and 111 days. It's likely he'll be introduced at half-time. However, should England be level or losing, don't be surprised to find England keep the 11 which begin the game. Our guest of honour is no stranger here to Upton Park, Trevor Brooking, who played more than 500 games for this football club. He won 47 England caps and knows all about how it feels to be on international duty. David Beckham, the England captain, born not too many miles from this ground. Rio Ferdinand played for this football club. Paul Scholes in the England side tonight. David James, a former West Ham United goalkeeper, in fact the present West Ham United goalkeeper, and a newcomer to the coaching staff on the left hand side there, Brian Kidd of Leeds United, has joined Sven-Göran Eriksson as Steve McLaren's replacement. Paul Ocon is the skipper of the Aussies. Josip Skoko, Lucas Neal the right back. Mark Lazaridis, a former West Ham United player. Tony Popovic will play in defence. He plays down the road at Crystal Palace. Craig Moore, Mark Viduka. And this is number 16, Scott Chipperfield, Wayne Rooney, getting ready for his big moment. Will it come at half-time, or will he have to wait a little bit longer? Wayne Bridge ready to make his international bow, the Southampton striker. That was James Beattie, rather, as we break now for the national anthems. Slight delay to the kick-off time means that the ground is virtually full for another chapter in Sven-Göran Eriksson's reign as England coach, as we check now on the team he has selected for this international. England's 11 for at least 45 minutes looks like this. David James has another opportunity to shake his claim to be David Seaman's replacement. Frank Lampard takes over from Liverpool's Steven Gerrard, And there's an international debut for James Beattie of Southampton, who gets into the team with Emil Heskey and Alan Smith both absent. 4-4-2 for England. Kieran Dyer has a chance to claim a regular spot wide left in midfield, and a rare chance for the England coach to name a first-choice defence. Essentially, 7 of this team are automatic starters for England. Australia bring their first choice 11 together for the first time in 14 months. The players are all European based. Harry Kewell has passed a fitness check on a damaged hamstring. The only injury absentee is Danny Tiato of Manchester City. It's 4-4-2 for Frank Farina's side. There's been some lively debate whether Kewell should play in attack or left midfield. Kewell plays alongside his clubmate at Leeds, Mark Viduka, in attack, with Scott Chipperfield of Basel given the role of left winger. Bitterly cold night in East London. Really is a night for scarves, hats and gloves. And it'll be England in their away strip, although certainly playing at home. We'll get this international friendly underway. So the first meeting with Australia on home soil for England. All previous 5 games have come in Australia. England have never lost to Australia, but they're pretty used to losing to the Aussies at every other sport. Early free kick here for England to be taken by David Beckham. Chance to put some early pressure on that Australian defence as Beckham glides the ball in. Away by Popovic. Kewell heads it on, but only as far as Ashley Cole. Hurried clearance towards Viduka, but Sol Campbell is there for England. David James. Lampard. No stranger to Upton Park. Paul Scholes now. The last time Australia qualified for a World Cup was back in 1974 in Germany, with direct qualification assured from the Oceania Group. Australia will be favourites to play in Germany in 2006. It's a massive incentive to some of these players who might have been rather lukewarm about playing for their country, especially this man here, Harry Kewell, but he's been told by Frank Farina, his coach, if he wants to play at the World Cup and fulfil a lifelong ambition, he's going to have to start playing for Australia, and that's why he's playing tonight. He's not 100% fit. I understand overnight he was given a sedative to help him sleep after picking up a chest infection. Also has a hamstring strain. But he's defied medical logic to turn out for his country, at least for this first half. There could be changes, I'm sure there will be changes at the break. Okay, of Leeds United. Played forward to Brett Emerton of Feyenoord, but Brett Emerton there offside. Emerton, a player who's been regularly linked with a move to English football. Sol Campbell. Neat interchange of passes here by England, but it's broken down and Skoko picks it up, and it's Michael Owen who emerges with the ball here for England. Foul by Skoko. Owen not in the best form for his club. There has been some criticism of his goal-scoring prowess while playing for Liverpool. Our referee, incidentally, comes from Spain. And it's going to be David Beckham to take this free kick for England. And the way he's lining up, a gasp of expectation around the stadium. One suspects he's going to have a direct shot on goal here. Scored in his last 2 internationals. Scholes hasn't scored in his last 16 for England. Kewell. Stan Lazaridis, a former West Ham United player. Lampard. Beckham. Gary Neville, the favoured right-hand flank, under Sven-Göran Eriksson, the two club mates at Manchester United. Gary Neville and David Beckham picked again on this near side. Lazaridis with that chest down to pick out Scott Chipperfield. Viduka. Chipperfield. Trying to get the ball back to Lazaridis, but Beckham was there and there quickly. Terry Venables, Leeds United's manager, an interested spectator tonight. He was not very happy about Viduka, or rather Kuhl, playing for Australia, with Leeds having a big FA Cup tie on Sunday at Crystal Palace. Another major fixture in the English calendar sees Manchester United play Arsenal at the weekend, and both managers of Manchester United and Arsenal wanted their respective stars rested, if possible, at half-time. So Ashley Cole and David Beckham and the likes might disappear at the break. Scholes. Skoko. Lampard. Wide here to Gary Neville. Beattie. Decent cross by Beattie, a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, Mark Schwarzer of Middlesbrough. And it's Rio Ferdinand here of Manchester United. Picks out his club mate, David Beckham. Popovic. Well, cleverly done, getting the ball away from Michael Owen. Tony Popovic of Crystal Palace will be on opposite sides to Viduka and Kuhl at the weekend. Lazaridis, who does possess genuine pace, as you can see. He took on Gary Neville there, and Gary Neville was just holding him back slightly, hence a free kick to Australia. What's that for? Well, he was holding back Lazaridis. You can see there the illegal use of the elbow was enough to convince the referee. So Skoko with a free kick, and it's out of harm's way, left by Ashley Cole. Skoko delivered the free kick. David James appears to be second choice now to David Seaman, with Sven-Göran Eriksson saying he's going to look long and hard at the goalkeeping position for England after David Seaman's misdemeanours against Macedonia in the last international, which cost England so dear. Beckham. Great cross by Beckham, trying to pick out Beattie. Scholes, he's picked out Ashley Cole here. Cole's cross, away by Lazaridis, back in by Lampard. Michael Owen, and it's taken by Schwarzer. Beattie looks in the mood. Kuhl now for Australia. Brushes aside Ashley Cole. Viduka waits in the middle. Chipperfield. Well, there's a clash of heads inside that England penalty area involving Chipperfield, who went in for the kill there. It was Kuhl's cross. It was, I think, initially aimed in towards Viduka, but it was far too high, and Chipperfield attacked the ball and collided with Gary Neville. Gary Lewin, the England physio, just checking there's no blood around the forehead of Gary Neville. Danny Mills is on the substitutes bench for England. Should England require another right back. BT beaten in the air. Owen. Popovic. Back to Schwarzer. Ferdinand, and this is David Beckham. BT. Lampard. Patient build-up here by England, and Australia just sitting slightly deep. Beckham. England allowed the freedom of possession inside their own half of the field, but once they cross the halfway line, it's a different proposition on this hard-working Australian side. Owen, back to Scholes. Tried to pick out Dyer, but unsuccessfully. And this is Brett Emerton, trying to shake off the attentions of Ashley Cole. Oh dear. Mistake by Brett Emerton, who was playing against Ajax last weekend in the Dutch League. See, it's a breezy night in East London. Beckham with the corner kick. Campbell. And Australia happy to get the ball clear with Chipperfield. Forward towards Brett Emerton. Just two up here for Australia, but reinforcements are arriving. Kewell, who shoots from distance and forces a fine save out of David James. You can see now why Australia was so keen to have Harry Kewell in their starting 11. There seemed little danger when Kewell got the ball. But his low, accurate shot acrobatically turned round by David James. This is a very important match for James if he's going to be England's regular number one. And James gets a good connection on that clearance. Lucas Neal picking out Stan Lazaridis for the Aussies. And it's hard to overestimate Australia's joy playing on English soil. This is a very big international for them. Terrific save there by James. Ferdinand. Cleared by James. Dyer won it. Ricochets off Owen to BT. Free kick to England. BT wanted to take it quickly, a little bit too quickly for the Spanish referee's liking. Remember, this Australia side haven't played together in 14 months since they were eliminated from the World Cup finals by Uruguay in the playoffs. Slight misunderstanding between clubmates Beckham and Neville. Here's an instant where Sol Campbell headed goalwards. It was cleared in the end by Lucas Neal. Did he handle the ball? Viduka of Leeds United. Ferdinand, back to James. England have unveiled a relatively inexperienced squad for this game with 9 uncapped players. One of them, Beattie, just flicking the ball on there. Craig Moore stabs it clear. And this is Skoko. Kuehl. Ocon. There was a foul, but the referees allowed the advantage. Ashley Cole, who passed a fitness test in the last 48 hours to play in this game. Viduka. Emerton. Certainly looks in the mood, Harry Kuehl. And just easing his way past Ashley Cole here before shooting well wide. James Beattie has just picked up a knock out of your picture and is trying to run it off at the moment. Scholes helped through towards Michael Owen. Away by Moore. Beattie trying to win possession back, but unsuccessfully. And options here for Australia. Before Sol Campbell came across and made a very strong challenge indeed. Chipperfield popping up on the right-hand side. Has licence, obviously, to switch wings. Free kick given away by Paul Scholes. Popovic moving prominently forward here for Australia, alongside him Chipperfield. So plenty of green and yellow shirts forward here for Australia. And they have the lead. Tony Popovic scores for Australia. David James is beaten after 16 minutes of the match. And Australia, who've had the upper hand against England in so many sporting encounters in the last few months, now take the lead. David James stayed on his line. Look at the concentration there of Popovic. It was a rather weak challenge by Gary Neville. And look how much it means to Frank Farina. Oh, a bit of a story here then at Upton Park, where England, who haven't had the best of luck in recent internationals, now find themselves 1-0 down to Australia. Can England make an instant reply here with Michael Owen? Rather stony-faced Sven-Göran Eriksson. England have won just 3 of their last 15 internationals. Hardly the record he would want. And now they have some work to do. And I think the overall effect of that Popovic goal might be that Sven-Göran Eriksson will decide against experimentation wholesale at half-time, unless England can find a couple of goals between now and the break, and they've conceded a corner. Hardly the sort of weather that they might have enjoyed down in Brisbane or Sydney, but the sizable Australian population of London have come out and are really enjoying themselves now. This is just what Australia wanted, a chance to rub shoulders against some of the bigger names of world football. They have a corner kick. Emerton takes it. It's flicked on by Kuehl. It's going to be a goal kick. Kuehl had very little to aim at. Australian football got a massive injection of confidence at December's meeting of FIFA when it was announced that Oceania would have automatic qualification to the next World Cup. Australia, who've missed out by just one tie for the last two editions of the World Cup, beaten in the playoffs, are more than likely to be there in Germany in 2006. England with a chance now with a free kick from Beckham. Comes through to Rio Ferdinand. Really is in the last 10 years that Australia's footballers have begun to populate the European leagues and done well in those leagues as well. And so many of them now come together on a very cold night indeed in East London. Oken, Kuehl, Brett Emerton, another dangerous cross aimed in towards Mark Viduka, cleared by Gary Neville, and this is David Beckham. That's a great ball to pick out Kieran Dyer. Nobody in the box just yet. Beattie's arriving, little back heel. Owen in towards Beattie. It's an own goal, I think. No, that's not going to count. The referee has his hand raised. His assistant had his flag raised. It's not going to count, and it remains 1-0 to Australia. Terrific play here by Dyer. A little reverse pass. And was Beattie offside? Scholes put the ball in, but it doesn't count. Viduka. Ocon, his club mate at Leeds. There are observers of the Australian game who wanted Australia to be put in the Asia section of qualifying in a playoff against an Asian team. It would give them more competitive games. There's only really New Zealand in the Oceania group who will provide Australia with any sort of competitive football. Dyer just ran out of ideas then. Cleared by Schwarzer. Campbell. Paul Scholes disappointed not to get on the score sheet. It's some time since he last scored a goal for England. And I can only assume that either Beattie or Scholes was offside, or there was a handball in there. Lazaridis' clearance hits Beckham. Gary Neville to take the throw here for England. England trail 1-0. Stan Lazaridis used to play his club football here at Upton Park, now with Birmingham City. Tony Popovic. Popovic got his head to the ball again. This is Scholes. Lampard. Neville. Oh, it's far too close to Mark Schwarzer, and bowled out instantly towards Brett Emerton of Feyenoord, who has Viduka free. And that was a terrific pass to Beckham, but not quite what Everton wanted. England tried to stay on side here, in towards Beattie. Schwarzer is in trouble. Michael Owen, only the side netting. Schwarzer asking why Lazaridis wasn't in this left-back position for him to feed the ball out to. It was a very difficult chance for Michael Owen, who scored 11 goals in 20 games under Sven-Göran Eriksson, but not one there. Foul by Scott Chipperfield, free kick to England. Australia have had that little slice of luck you sometimes need to win a game, a disallowed goal. And when Schwarzer did make a mistake, Owen was unable to capitalise. And here is Kieran, and this is Ashley Cole rather, unable to link up with Kieran Dyer. Mark Viduka. Scholes. Back here towards David James. Rather subdued crowd at Upton Park, with England trailing by 1-0. This is Rio Ferdinand, who hasn't had a lot to do so far for England. And this Ferdinand Campbell axis now the first choice central pairing under Sven-Göran Eriksson. Popovic intercepted. Lazaridis. Chipperfield. Kuehl. Skoko. And there's a confidence growing about Australia by the moment. Ocon. Kuehl. Harry Kuehl for Australia. Everton joins the attack. It's over Viduka's head, and another chance comes and goes, but on overall play, Viduka and his teammates are generally on top. They've produced more attacks. They've certainly threatened the England goal more than England have threatened Australia's. And Australia, who maybe 10, 11 years ago were international rookies, showing England that they have progressed in the last decade. Owen. Beckham. Scholes. Oh, what preceded the shot was terrific. What ensued was very ordinary indeed. Great dummy by Scholes on the edge of the box. Craig Moore was turned this way and that, but the final effort was disappointing. Ferdinand. Beckham tried to flick it on, away by Stan Lazaridis. Gary Neville to take the throw in here for England. Beckham forward towards Beattie. This game essentially is in preparation for England's next international, which is a European Championship qualifier on Saturday the 29th of March against Liechtenstein. Lazaridis. Beckham. One of the debate. Oh, Lampard's given the ball away here to Kuehl. It's still Harry Kuehl. Terrific dribble by him. Picked out Chipperfield. Chipperfield in towards Viduka, fantastic stop. That looked a goal after it left the head of Mark Viduka. And David James produces another very good save indeed here. Otherwise England could well have been 2 down. Well, if he's trying to make a point to Sven-Göran Eriksson, he's doing it pretty well. England's international form is stuttering once again here. They're a goal down to Australia. Viduka's almost made it 2-0. Ocon. And England at least have possession back, but they can thank their goalkeeper David James for keeping them in this game. He made a fine stop to deny Harry Kewell before Australia scored. Now he's produced another fine save to deny Mark Viduka. Ocon apologises to Scholes. There is a nice balance and fluidity about the Australian team which England simply can't match in this opening half an hour. And now David Beckham has been fouled by Stan Lazaridis. And he gets a yellow card and a hug from David Beckham. Normally only reserved for Posh. So free kick to England. Emerton. Foul by Ashley Cole. Most of the England subs heading for the dressing room. Maybe they've been told to keep warm. Australia on the attack again here. Chipperfield's in the middle. Oh, he should have made it 2. Another terrific opportunity. Viduka helping the ball on to Brett Emerton. And how Australia aren't 2 or even 3 up by now, goodness only knows. It was a very good tackle in the end by Gary Neville, which denied him. There's quite a story unfolding here in East London, where England trail Australia 1-0. Free header for Kewell, and Australia are tearing into England. And there's 1 or 2 boos now ringing round Upton Park. The England defence is all over the place. And had Kewell made any sort of connection with that header, England would have been 2 down. Gary Neville is having a disappointing match by his very high standards. Owen, Scholes, and Michael Owen. He just can't score at the moment. He can't buy a goal. He started the move with that little deft header. Dyer played him in, but Michael Owen, who is struggling to score at club level, just caught in his shooting stride there. England, a rare attack. Beattie waits for the ball. Lampard. Some of the Australia tackling is keen, to say the least, but any Australian team who wear the green and yellow will take any sporting occasion seriously. They don't know how to play any other way. Beckham now, can he deliver here for England? Well held by Schwarzer because Sol Campbell was arriving and the goalkeeper spilled the ball. Schwarzer launches the ball upfield, it's all the way through to David James. Gary Neville has to race onto that through ball, but knocked up by Lazaridis, and he was fouled there by Gary Neville. So last 10 minutes of this first half, where England have not covered themselves in glory. Viduka beaten by Campbell. Lucas Neal out forward to Harry Kewell, who's had a very good first half. Emerton. Ocon. Scholes and Beckham. Ocon. Intercepted by Ashley Cole. Lampard. England's passing is off-key tonight. Chipperfield. Back to Popovic, the goal scorer. This is Craig Moore, who plays his club football in Scotland with Rangers. 6 here is Popovic once again. Australia ranked 50th in the world by FIFA, lead England in London 1-0. An Australian side who haven't met each other for 14 months. Australia have looked to the example of the USA and seen what they've achieved in the last 10 years at international level, and they say they can do likewise given a chance to play big international games. But this is a big one for them. They haven't fluffed their lines. Beckham. Born nearby at Leytonstone. Viduka. Even David Beckham was slightly tardy in releasing that ball. This is Ashley Cole. 4 here is Lampard, flicked on towards Michael Owen, who's in a chase with Craig Moore, and he's easily got it back to Schwarzer. Not the best of clearances by the Australian keeper. And this is Popovic. Viduka. Lazaridis. Gets away from Beattie. Stan Lazaridis now for Australia, who are threatening again here. Chipperfield. Beaten away by James. Another chance. This time Josip Skoko goes close. Good goalkeeping, I feel, by James, but nobody attacked that ball, and Skoko had a very good opportunity to double Australia's lead. Owen. Lampard, Beckham. Campbell. Scholes. Beattie. Dyer with Ashley Cole arriving to his left. It's Kieran Dyer for England. This looks promising. Gary Neville. Owen, who stumbled as soon as he received the ball. He's still going. He stumbled under a challenge. Really appealed for a spot kick, but most of the home supporters did. Of course, the stage is now set for the wonder kid of English football to come on, Wayne Rooney. Ferdinand. So we move into the final 5 minutes of what has been a disappointing first half for England. Harry Kewell trying to get the better of Campbell and Cole, but England have possession. Ferdinand. Scholes. Beckham. Beckham for England. If ever England needed their captain, it's just about now. Beattie, and it's dragged harmlessly wide. I feel a bit sorry for James Beattie because he wanted so much to impress tonight and find the target, but in the end only Tony Popovic has done so. And his goal after 16 minutes was certainly the headline of this first half. Ferdinand and Kewell, once teammates together at Leeds, and Kewell has shrugged him aside. Harry Kewell for Australia, 2-0. Ferdinand's complaining he was fouled by his former teammate, and as he readjusts his boots, Australia are in dreamland. Where now for Sven-Göran Eriksson. Was there a foul here by Kewell? Ferdinand felt so. It doesn't look like it on the slow motion replay. And that is a very cool finish indeed by a superbly talented footballer who, when he wants to, can be one of the best anywhere in the world. England's jinx when they play Australia at sport has struck again. Owen, the tamest of finishes. And the crowd are getting very frustrated indeed. Michael Owen has had two very presentable opportunities now and has spurned the pair of them. The Socceroos are humbling England. They've never, ever beaten England in 5 previous meetings. This, their first game against England on English soil. They're 2-0 ahead, but here's Beckham. And he seems to have injured himself in either shooting or being tackled. It was a great run here by Beckham, but just caught, I think. Now, there was little wrong with that challenge by Kewell. Ferdinand, Beattie. The question now for Sven-Göran Eriksson is he going to make all the wholesale changes he promised? Terry Venables, the Leeds United manager, has watched Harry Kewell give a very good performance in this first half, despite suffering from a hamstring injury, despite having a chest infection. Beckham with a free kick. Beattie tried to win it. This could be one of the biggest days in Australian footballing history. There'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on in what has been an extraordinary first half. Mark Viduka. Harry Kewell. Neil Emerton. Australia are toying with England. Viduka. Emerton, and it's gone out for a throw. Time to bring on the kids? Well, we will have to wait and see. 9 o'clock in England, and the time is 9 o'clock now, is normally the watershed when television companies expect the youngsters to be in bed. But maybe it's 9 o'clock when the youngsters will be introduced for England, because this has been a horror show by England. Gary Neville, Beckham, oh dear. It goes from bad to worse. Gary Neville's cross, and Beckham looked like he had the wrong boots on there. There's maybe even the wrong boots on the wrong feet. Doesn't look happy. It looks like he's picked up an injury. Skoko. Wide to Brett Emerton. And this time there is a free kick for that push on Ashley Cole. Plenty of hand-wringing amongst the England fans. Hardly an auspicious night for Brian Kidd to take over his responsibilities as assistant manager, but he's watched one of his players at club level, Harry Kewell, do a lot of damage to England here. Don't be at all surprised if you hear England leaving the field to boos and wolf whistles from their supporters very shortly. Beckham with a free kick. What did I tell you? Tony Popovic gave Australia the lead. Harry Kewell double the advantage when he dispossessed Rio Ferdinand. There were plenty of other opportunities for Australia. They were denied by some excellent saves from David James in the England goal. And the Australian flag is very much flying at half-time at Upton Park. Will England make the changes that they promised? We'll have to wait and see. Half-time score in this friendly international from East London is England 0, Australia 2. What a moment for him. 17 years and 111 days. Danny Mills will captain the team. Well, Wayne Rooney has often come on to save Everton's blushes. As a substitute, let's see if he can do the same for England. And there are plenty of red faces in the England camp to match their red shirts. Rooney teams up with a former Everton strike partner, Francis Jeffers. The Australians have made one change. Josip Skoko has had a calf strain and been replaced by Marco Bresciano, who plays for Parma. Well, maybe the feeling here is that whatever England do in the second half, it has to be better than what they achieved in the opening 45 minutes. The kids have their chance against a very confident and highly organised Australian side who lead rather by 2 goals to nil. Australia in their history have beaten the likes of Brazil and France, but they've always slightly looked up to England as where the game began. Plenty of English folk living in Australia still follow the game keenly, so therefore to beat England would be a massive step for the Socceroos. Paul Konchesky of Charlton Athletic, born in nearby Barking. Kuehl with a flick on here. All cleared by Konchesky. Charlton's youngest ever player in the first team, so he'll have a little insight into what Wayne Rooney's going through. Kuehl rattles the ball into Ledley King, who's only making his second international appearance. Here's Owen Hargreaves of Bayern Munich. And this is Konchesky. Rooney, first touch is a good one. Gasp of excitement as Jermaine Chenis gets the ball. Twisted a turn from Rooney. It's a great ball in to Rice for Sal, and England already look sharper. Rooney has arrived. Terrific cross here, and Australia, I think, one of the few times in this match were undone. Rice for Sal, who made quite an impact himself on his first England appearance with a goal about a year ago. England corner. Wes Brown leaves it. Away by Emerton. Danny Murphy wins it back for England. Konchesky. Murphy. Konchesky. Konchesky's given the ball away rather disappointingly. Danny Mills has taken over the captain's armband. Quite an honour for him, the first time he's captained his country. Wes Brown shrugs aside the challenge of Viduka, all the way through to another Leeds United player starring tonight, Paul Robinson, making his international debut. Murphy. Wes Brown. Danny Mills. Mills quickly getting the ball forward, but move breaks down. Able to pick out Rooney. The rise of Wayne Rooney has been meteoric, to say the least. Last season he was virtual unknown, even at his club Everton. Still can't regularly win a first-team place, just has begun to do so in the last couple of months. Has been out suspended of late. Maybe that's why he's particularly sharp and relishing the challenge of playing for his country. Harry Kuehl, meanwhile, has won a corner kick now for the Australians. Some of the marking in the first half by England was not too convincing. Let's see what the understudies can do. Ocon. Robinson had that one covered. Ball fired in by Bresciano, the Parma player. A rather extravagant chain round his neck. Jermaine Chenis, another exciting young talent England have unearthed. Currently doing ever so well in central midfield at Newcastle United. And there's a Newcastle United manager, Sir Bobby Robson, amongst Starlights crowd. Lazaridis. Wes Brown. Ledley King. Free kick to Australia. Lazaridis. Seemed to be a handball there, and indeed the referee spotted it. Vassell, who has plenty of pace. Rooney waits for the cross, as does Jeffers. In by Murphy, away by Popovic. Good intelligent header by Harry Kewell. This is Brett Emerton. Ledley King of Tottenham. Konchesky gets it back to Paul Robinson. First debate as to whether Robinson or David James should be the successor to David Seaman if Sven-Göran Eriksson is about to make a change in the coming months. And opt for a first-choice England keeper in succession to Seaman. Craig Moore gets it clear. Kewell. Bresciano. Jenas has got it forward quickly. Rooney. Wayne Rooney, who isn't afraid to shoot, has an awful lot of confidence for one so young. Didn't really get hold of the shot. David Beckham likened him to Paul Scholes, a very quiet and assuming boy. Still lives with his parents in a council house in Liverpool. No doubt a lot of changes are about to cascade into his life in the next few years, but he's very level-headed off the field. Let's hope he stays that way. Jenas, who a year ago was moving from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle United. Owen Hargreaves, regular in the Bayern Munich team. Danny Mills. Rooney. Jeffers. Rooney. Murphy. Oh, well done, Danny Murphy. Just can claw the ball off to a colleague, but England look bright and busy, and that's hardly a description of their play in the first half. Wes Brown now. Essentially, what you're seeing now is the future of English football. Maybe these players won't all move into the first team together, but they are the future as Danny Mills tries to break down that right-hand side. The ball ricocheted off Mills, off the boot of Popovic. Frightening to think that Wayne Rooney could be around for what, another 10 or 15 years as an England international. Viduka knows that his one chance of playing in the World Cup finals will come in 2006, and he certainly doesn't want to miss the boat. Like Australia are thinking about a change. More on that in a moment. And there's a foul, I think, by Rice Vassell. Popovic moves forward. He's already done enough damage to England in this game. Kewell waits at the far post. Popovic is forward. Terrific save by Robinson. I don't think anybody got a touch on that one, but Robinson was happy to flick the ball away. No header. Plenty of agility from the Leeds keeper. It was Harry Kewell who tried to head that one. Robinson will know all about his club mate. Stan Lazaridis to take the corner here for Australia, who lead by 2 goals to 0. Jenas gets it clear. Lazaridis. England coaching staff just having a quiet word out of your picture with Wayne Rooney. Referee's assistant on the far side had his flag up as soon as Rooney was fouled. Some of the more experienced heads in the game in this country have described Rooney as the best young player they've seen for many a year. This is John Aloisi. And he will come on here, the player coming off, Harry Kewell. Please, Terry Venables. At least Kewell isn't playing a full match and now can set his sights on Sunday's FA Cup tie when Leeds play Crystal Palace down the road from here. Hargreaves with a free kick. Rooney just missed it. Rooney tried to win it back. Aloisi. And Aloisi will leave the throw in here. I suppose the tactics for Australia could well be come and claim the ball, because England have to try and take the game now by the scruff of its neck. Australia have this healthy 2-goal cushion. Emerton trying to pick out Aloisi, but intercepted by Wes Brown of Manchester United. Jeffers giving chase. Cleared by Schulze. Up towards Ledley King, the flag is up. Free kick to England. They really could do with a goal early in this second half to give them a platform to try and rescue the game. But nothing so far in the opening 12 minutes of the second period. Rooney, misplaced header. Hargreaves gave it away and then didn't really win the challenge with Lucas Neal. Danny Mills was always committed. Went into that challenge with Bresciani. It was so hard indeed, or Bresciano rather. And Australia complaining about it too. Konchesky beaten in the air by Brett Emerton. Will get there first. Headed clear by Ledley King. Jenas trying to pick out Owen Hargreaves. Australia have won it back though. Sure, Australia will be delighted they're playing against such an inexperienced England team now. Jenas. Rooney. Yes, with excitement every time he gets the ball, but that was a rather poor pass to his former clubmate Francis Jeffers. Lazaridis. Francis Jeffers currently at Arsenal. Scored 4 goals in 5 starts for Arsenal this season. It's an impressive record, but ahead of him in the queue to get a place in the first team, it's certain Thierry Henry. Brown. It's a very good ball by Brown. Konchesky. Jeffers. Jenas. Murphy with a rather poor ball back to Jenas. Konchesky has it again here for England. Away, poor ball intercepted by Ocon. Tackle by Ledley King is okay. Murphy. Danny Mills threatening here for England. Mills getting it forward. Darius Vassell. The game has been stopped because just outing you a picture is a rather foolish man who's run on with absolutely no clothes on at all. Not the night to be prancing around with no clothes on. England a little bit frustrated because they're on the attack in a very promising position. Danny Mills saying our attack was spoiled there. So more frustration for England. Rooney, Darius Vassell. Hargreaves. Murphy. Danny Murphy now for England. Jenas. Cleverly done. This is Owen Hargreaves. Picks out Konchesky. Jenas. Rooney. A couple of deflections later, and Australia get it clear only as far as Danny Mills. Good pressure here by England. Ball still in by the boot of Darius Vassell. And the assistant has his flag raised. Rooney does have a good touch. And he almost unlocked the Australian defence there. What can England manage from this free kick? They trail 2-0, remember. It's Owen Hargreaves. Drilled in low. Ledley King tries to win it back. Danny Mills has got it. This is Lazaridis. Hargreaves. In towards Rooney. Rooney appeals for the spot kick, but nothing doing. More of a collision rather than a foul. See Rooney bumped into Craig Moore. A bit of youthful impetuosity there by Rooney, trying to win a penalty kick. This is Brett Edmonton. I think the crowd are generally encouraged in the second half. They can see this England team metaphorically rolling their sleeves up and trying to give Sven-Göran Eriksson something to enthuse about. And that was sadly lacking in the first half of the game. Mills. Murphy. Danny Murphy now for England. Cut out by Stan Lazaridis. Tempted Danny Mills into making a challenge, but Lazaridis is pretty fast. Although Mills rather cunningly won the throw. Jeffers. Jenas. And this is Ledley King. Rooney was fouled, but still managed to get on his feet. Still England pour forward, but the quality of their passing in the last third is not that hot at the moment. Isn't it ironic that February has not been the kindest of months for England? In their last 6 February internationals, England have only won once. So is that jinx about to hit once again? Australia, who've humbled England at cricket and tennis in recent months, are at it again. 65 minutes have elapsed. Brett Emerton here for Australia. And Australia called offside through Lucas Neal. Nearly all the build-up to the game surrounded this man here, Wayne Rooney, and the fact that he is England's youngest ever international. Huge weight of responsibility on his shoulders to deliver at some stage in his career. Hargreaves. Moore did the job. Hargreaves will take the corner. Jenas. Hargreaves, Ledley King. And there could be a counter-attack on here if Australia can get it forward quickly, which they can't. And a more studied build-up here. Lazaridis, Chipperfield, Craig Moore. Almost reached the three-quarter point of the game. And this is Brett Emerton of Australia. Australia have tried to organise friendlies against the likes of Italy and Portugal, Romania and the USA. Which all came to naught, but they really thought they'd done well to get this friendly organised against England. Few thought they would have such a convincing first half against Sven-Göran Eriksson's team. Wes Brown very commanding on the ball now, back to full fitness for Manchester United, and then after doing so well, a very poor pass indeed. Moore. And just for the moment, England can't get hold of the football. Viduka. Hargreaves picks out Darius Vassell of Aston Villa. Rooney, whose shoot-on-sight policy brings little more than a goal kick. Just a few England subs not involved so far. Including Richard Wright at the centre of the group. Rooney. Gets it wide to Jenas. Jenas with a cross. Oh, terrific goal by Jeffers. England are back in the international. The combination of Jermaine Jenas and Francis Jeffers brings England a goal. A goal on his international debut for the Arsenal player. And when all eyes were on one Everton striker, it was a former Everton striker with that superb header who brings relief to England, but they're still 2-1 behind. Now what can England achieve? Wes Brown, Viduka, bumped over by Wes Brown, and he thought there was a foul, Mark Viduka there. Robinson with a clearance. Scott Chipperfield. Suddenly the atmosphere in the ground, especially from the England fans, has improved dramatically. Danny Mills. Danny Murphy of Liverpool. Francis Jeffers, the goal scorer. Rooney able to link up with Jeffers again. Ocon, Emerton. England have a throw. So a change for Australia. Tony Vidmar will come on. Vidmar, who normally plays in defence on the left-hand side. And it's Tony Popovic who will make way. Popovic looks slightly disappointed to come off, doesn't he? Especially after scoring the opening goal. Might have got a slight groin injury. We shall see. Hargreaves. Jenas, who supplied the scoring pass for Jeffers' goal. Rooney. Rice Vassell tried to make that rather sneaky turn, and it's picked up here by Brett Emerton. Aloisi, Emerton. Paducah breaking to his right. Aloisi. Chipperfield unable to get in behind the England defence. I wonder what price now Wayne Rooney scoring England's equaliser. It really would be a Roy of the Rovers story if Rooney could rescue England on this bitterly cold night. Throw into England despite Aloisi's protests. And this is Danny Mills for England. All the options to the left-hand side here, including Konchesky, Jenas, Hargreaves, whose wayward ball is intercepted again by Australia. And here's Mark Viduka. Bresciano. Launched off the ball by Wes Brown. Crowd urging England to get forward quickly now. Rooney. Back towards Vassell, and I think Craig Moore has gone down, clutching his ankle. Tony Vidmar offers some help and encouragement. Frank Farina's side are really in a game now. They bossed the opening 45 minutes, but England's youngsters have come back strongly. And cries of England, England ring around Upton Park, I think for the first time tonight. Rooney tried to get there, Jeffers almost does. Lazaridis will clear the ball. Getting cleared by Wes Brown. Hargreaves, Mills. Big gaping hole in the middle of that England defence, but Viduka's trying to run it as far as he can before he was tackled. It's still a mighty impressive performance by Australia to be 2-1 up here with 15 minutes left. Australia are going to make another change very shortly. Guerrero will come on here for Australia. And I think he's going to replace Scott Chipperfield, indeed he is. Vince Australia, who started out at Canberra City. I think it's fair to say Australia have been weakened by their changes, and certainly in the first half when Harry Kewell was at his most potent and leading the attack with Mark Viduka, Australia looked a lot more potent going forward. Danny Mills getting the ball away. This is Wayne Rooney. Rooney's determination to win the ball was admirable. Hargreaves. Ledley King, the Tottenham defender. Murphy now for England. Trying to pick out Jenas with an ambitious ball. Konchesky. England pile on the pressure again. Hargreaves. Get out by Vidmar. Konchesky. Murphy. Ocon now for Australia has picked out Stan Lazaridis, who's never scored at international level. And here's Bresciano. Viduka. Ocon. Aloisi, and cut out by Danny Mills. Tries to pick out Jeffers. Guerrero. And this is Brett Emerton. Ocon. 12 minutes remain. Viduka. England's youngsters are doing their best and look a good deal more enthusiastic than their more experienced counterparts in the first half. Rooney. Mills. Rooney. Rice Vassell. This is Hargreaves. Konchesky. Trying to pick out Vassell, but Australia get it clear again. Won back by Wes Brown. All the play now squeezed into the Australian half of the field. Hargreaves up towards Rooney. And it's Mark Viduka now for Australia. Solid challenge by Ledley King of Tottenham. King keeping a close eye on Viduka. King's only Previous England appearance came in the second half of the friendly against Italy in Leeds almost a year ago. Australia have almost disappeared as an attacking force. And Darius Vassell was caught. The referee didn't like that challenge one little bit by Lucas Neal. Last 10 minutes, England still trail 2-1. England's last defeat at home came in that international against Italy at Elland Road on the 27th of March. Ledley King beat Aloisi to the ball. Danny Mills now. Picks out Rooney. Murphy. Murphy had the shot. Mills got there first. England are coming again strongly. Konchesky. Darius Vassell. Murphy. Rooney! Oh, it almost came through to the Everton youngster. He was ready to draw his right boot back and win himself a place in history. Again, Hargreaves. Throw into England. Jenas has done well. He's supplied that cross for the goal, and he's patrolled that right-hand side ever so well. Mills to take the throw. Seems to be a foul there by Danny Mills, and he charges the ball. And it's a throw into Australia. Could well get another Australian substitute before too long. More on that in a moment. Australia have a free kick in the meantime. Australia trying to slow the game down as much as possible now. Milo Stojovski getting ready to come on here. Konchesky towards Rooney. Everton helps it on to Aloisi. England could be stretched here. Aloisi, Everton, that's it. Everton signals success for Australia. And the man who wants to play in English football could well have delivered the knockout blow to the international team by scoring Australia's third goal tonight. It's England 1, Australia 3. Fine finish by Brett Emerton. Aloisi just helped the ball inside, and England, who'd pushed forward with increasing desperation to find an equaliser, now find themselves 2 goals behind once again. Meanwhile, Milo Stojovski from the Lille club in France replaces Marc Viduka of Leeds. And some of the England fans already heading for the exits with 6 minutes remaining. goal in the second half really did come against a run of play, but England had committed virtually everything forward to attack, with the almost inevitable consequences, and Frank Farina's side having a rare old night. Hargreaves. There are plenty of pluses for England in this second half, but not enough for them to win the game or even draw level. Danny Mills. Jeffers. Ocon. And Brett Emerton brings the ball deep inside England territory. A clever little flick off there to Stojovski. Cries of "we want 4" from the Australians. Crowd of nearly 35,000 inside Upton Park, and a lot of them already heading for the exits. England fans very disappointed indeed. And the Australians all want a taste of this great night. Sven-Göran Eriksson no doubt will face a hostile press after this performance. Paul Ocon comes off and replaced by Kevin Muscat. Kevin Muscat, who plays in Scotland with Rangers, hasn't played a lot of first-team football there, hence his exclusion from the starting 11 tonight. Incidentally, that third goal by Australia meant it was the first time since Sven-Göran Eriksson took over as coach that England had conceded 3 goals in a match. Craig Moore, incidentally, now the captain of Australia. Brett Emerton. Murphy. Just like the cricket is the cry from the Australians. That really is rubbing it in. I think the Test matches ended 4-1 to Australia. Poschenbecks hardly enjoying themselves. Is she sitting on his knee? No headlines then for Wayne Rooney on his England debut. And Australia threaten again. Bresciano well off target. So we're in the final minute of the 90, and no doubt the pens are being sharpened by the English press, who will pull apart England's performance, especially in the first half. 3 minutes of stoppage time being played then, or will be very shortly. Maybe that cry from the Australians, just like the cricket, will be the headlines in tomorrow's English press. Humbled at tennis by Australia, humbled at cricket by Australia. England have now been humbled at football, the game they invented, by Australia. We did beat them at rugby. So we've moved into stoppage time at the end of the game. Konchesky take nothing away from Australia. This victory is richly deserved. Their performance in the first half was sensational. Mills gets the ball into touch, and England now have to start planning for that date in March when they travel to Liechtenstein and then run home to Turkey at Sunderland Stadium of Light just a few days later. Those are the key matches for England, and they're going to have to do some sorting out after these very disappointing games, initially against Macedonia, of course, in their last European Championship qualifier, which ended level at 2-2. And now this defeat to Australia. Australia very close to their first ever victory against a senior England side. Greaves. Wes Brown. This is Jeffers, who did raise English hopes with that headed goal in the second half. Handball. There was no foul despite Hargreaves pre-guessing it. And what a moment for Frank Farina, who's not met up with his squad since November 2001. Played in this country with Notts County, and he's knitted together a team who's going to make plenty of headlines back in Sydney. Usually the cricket and the rugby dominate the Australian sporting press, but the Socceroos are forcing their way onto the back pages. They have this very late free kick, which Lazaridis is lining up.
Oh, sorry, mate. I'll get you. Wait a second. You right now?
Let's see if Australia can add further insult here to England. Well held by Robinson. And Australia celebrate their first success over a senior English side. Sven-Göran Eriksson's side beaten on home soil just as they were 11 months ago, and Frank Farina has plenty to celebrate. England's 11 replacements at half-time certainly improved the English performance, but not enough, and Brett Emerton's goal, Australia's third of the game, killed off any hopes England might have had after Francis Jeffers had headed England's first goal to make it 2-1. No fairy tale then for Wayne Rooney. On his England debut, he did add some verve and dash to the England team in the second half, and no doubt he will be in future England squads. But Australia really have come of age here at Upton Park. This their most significant win for many a year. And just as they did in the cricket and the tennis, Australia have beaten England and beaten them comfortably. Final score then from Upton Park in this friendly international: England 1, Australia 3.